What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm gonna tell you whether or not you need a business or personal brand. All right, so let's be completely real right now. If you're in business, your online presence is everything. It's pretty much all you've got. Now, exactly what I mean by that is when you're in business, everyone is gonna know you and or your business only through digital platforms online. That means your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Instagram, your website, and anywhere else you appear online. Now, what's super important to consider here is, are you a member of Recruiter Empire, our Facebook group? Link in description of this video. Seriously, pause the video, click the link, join the group. There's 12,000 of us. Tons more recruiting content. You get to interact with me and 12,000 other recruiters. You definitely will not regret it. Join the group. Now back to what I was actually saying, which is what's actually important to consider is whether or not you need to be known online in business as a personality or as a business brand. Here's the main question that you have to ask yourself. What do you actually want as the end goal? Like, what's the end result that you actually want in your business? More clients, more customers, repeat business? Do you just want to be known? Do you want to get famous? Do you want everybody to know your name and talk about you? Like, what do you want out of this, right? That is going to determine everything behind whether or not you're going to be a personal brand or a business brand. All right, so let's talk about personal branding first. All right, so if your goal is to do business as a byproduct of being a personal brand or a personality online, that's totally viable and you can do that. But there's a few ways of doing it. You need to go all in. And when I say all in, you need to be completely out there. Like, you need to be doing Facebook stories, YouTube, Instagram, whatever other social platform. You need to be everywhere. Show up on podcasts, show up where people don't even expect you. Your name's got to be everywhere. Go all in completely, as your business literally depends on it. If you want, as a byproduct of your personal brand, to actually result in business or clients or whatever, you actually have to make sure that you're all the way in when you're being a personal brand. Create an online following, right? Create a YouTube channel that you post videos on every single day, or make an Instagram with a lot of really cool photos of you and other business elements of your business. Make a Pinterest, do things like that. Get people to follow your stuff and eventually do business with you. When you do all of these things together consistently, eventually you'll gain an actual following, a traction of following, right? So when that following creates a critical mass, meaning a large group of people that actually are viable enough to be your customers, clients, or whatever it is that you want at the end of the day, you can actually be a successful personality brand. And what's cool about it is that it really doesn't even matter what you do. You could be in e-commerce, you could be in recruiting, you could be selling sneakers, you could be a coach on hypnosis, you could be doing anything at all and be known for it just because you went the personal brand route and you did it right. There is, however, one very strict rule to personal branding, and that is to always 100% be you, be yourself. Never, ever, ever try to mimic somebody else. Never try to be like a Gary Vee or a Grant Cardone or some watered down version of that. Be exactly who you are. At the end of the day, people want the real you. That's what they love. They want the genuine person that you are, not anyone else. All right, now let's talk about building a business as a business brand. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest with you about this. Going this route is way more boring than being a personal brand, but it's completely still viable for your business and you can be totally profitable and extremely successful doing so. It's also far easier to do this being a business brand because you don't have to curate so much content like your personal content, video content, audio content, photographic content of yourself doing things for your business. You just have to curate a lot of professional stuff for your business. So now remember, this all circles back to your online presence, right? So either brand route that you go, you're gonna circle back to your online presence. What that means is that everything goes back to your website, your Facebook, how you're using Instagram, and how you show up anywhere else online. So as a business brand, you're basically gonna be behind your logo, right? You're gonna be behind the scenes of your website. You're gonna be behind the scenes of that Facebook page and all the content that you put out there. All that stuff is going to represent your business as a business brand, not you as the person, right? But the business itself. Now I'm talking about really, really good logos, websites, articles, publications, podcasts, whatever it might be, that you're actually funneling all of these eyeballs, all of these clientele eyeballs, traffic to your actual business to become a paying client or customer, right? I know I said earlier that it's actually way easier to do this than being a personal brand, but at the same time, it's also harder in the sense that you don't have the human component. You don't have the personality element that you can inject into the entire business, so you don't actually have that one little piece. You have to kind of translate everything through a bunch of other things. So with that being said, you absolutely do not have to be the face of your business. You don't have to be the brand as a person. You can totally go the business brand route and still be wildly profitable and extremely successful, and people will absolutely love it and eat it up. All right, so check it out. There is a third way of branding yourself or your business, and this is called the hybrid brand. And yes, it is exactly what you think it is. All right, so let me go ahead and give you a prime example. You're watching a hybrid brand right now. Me, myself, as Ben Nader, am a hybrid brand, okay? Right? Because here I am on YouTube as a personality, as a personal brand, but I'm also a business brand for Recruiter Empire and Asferis Software, and I'll explain more in a second. See, you don't exactly have to segment the two all the time. They can definitely mishmash and clash together where they need to be, and sometimes that works the best. For me personally, it works the best. So right now you're watching a YouTube video of Ben Nader, the personality, Ben Nader, the brand, right? As the personal brand. But I also have Recruiter Empire, which is my company where we teach people how to create 6- and 7-figure recruiting agencies. So I represent both of these different elements, and it works for me because I'm also involved in, like I said, Asferis, our software for automation, all that stuff. So I can represent a wide array of things by spreading a wide message to a wide audience by being a hybrid brand. At the end of the day, you and you alone have to decide what you want the outcome to be, what the final result should be. And that will reverse engineer back to say, oh, I need to be a personal brand or I need to be a business brand. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and please smash that like button, subscribe for more content, make sure that you're in Recruiter Empire, link in description, the Facebook group, and I will see you guys next time.